Hey, what's up guys, Dave from AussieTechBros, reviewing another 360 game. This time I'm going to be reviewing Red Dead Redemption, latest game from Rockstar Games, who are all famous for GTA franchise, which is extremely big and very popular. In this one, you're playing as a character called John Marston in the Wild West. Basically, you are an ex-gang member who has been sent to the border of Mexico and America to chase down your ex-gang members that you used to run with, who were your old friends, and now they're kind of outlaws, and you have to repay your deeds to society by tracking down them and pretty much putting them to death or justice, whatever you like to call it. The game is very well portrayed. The story is very well written. I've come to expect this with other Rockstar games, and they've done it again with this one. The voice acting is top notch, and it's very immersive. It puts you in the world, the large world, just between the borders of Mexico and America, set in around 1910. Very good graphics with an updated game engine now to meet standards of current games. And once again, it's a big free-roaming world with 20 plus hours if you're playing the storyline by itself. But I can guarantee no one's going to stick to the storyline with this game. You can go and do side quests, you can do random missions, you can play poker, you can arm wrestle, you can tame horses, you can do an outrageously large amount of things besides the storyline, which will keep you well occupied past 20 hours of gameplay. And they've actually got a new feature as well, which is in GTA they had strangers, where you could help a stranger that you just find on the street, you wouldn't know who he was, and you just help him with this predicament. But now you've actually got random encounters, so between traveling between towns and between objectives, you'll have random things happen that make the game so much more immersive. You'll just randomly have like a guy come up to you and say, "Hey, help me save my wife getting hanged in the corner," and you can just go help that. And it's really good. I love the way they've done that. It just makes me feel really important, like I'm helping people. And it's just really nice feature they've added. Totally immersive now, so that's a good thing. Combat in the game is handled very well as well. You've got a nice cover system, which they took from Grand Theft Auto 4, which worked pretty well. It's tweaked a little bit, so it's less sensitive and more usable, because you tend to stick to cover a little bit too much in GTA 4. They've also got a thing called Deadeye targeting, which is kind of bullet time. You can click in the right thumbstick at any time if you've got Deadeye meter going, and you can slow down time, target specific enemies. It has 3 different levels, so when you start off you can only slow it down, but as you get further you can actually slow it down and place shots on enemies' bodies and other creatures' bodies, and then release it, and it's just an awesome thing that happens. He just pretty much goes to town on whatever you've targeted, and everyone can die in less than 2 seconds if you do it correctly. But it's a really good feature, and it's well worth it. It's not overly powerful, and it's not crappy, but it's really well balanced as well. Besides the storyline, there's also multiplayer. 16-player multiplayer can be played in all the default standard game modes. You've got deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag a bit in there. But they've also added this awesome feature with, instead of a game lobby, there's no game lobby anymore. Pretty much the game lobby is the open world from single player. So you can free roam the entire world with up to 16 players, and the game lobby is interactive as well. So it's the full world from the first player game. Except now you've got all different activities you can do for multiplayer, like going killing gang members at gang hideouts, helping other people, doing this some more side quests and stuff like that, and also just player versus player combat, which is also there. And it's just really good. You can form groups, you can become friends, you can become enemies, you can get wanted by the police that are still there because it's part of the single player game, but it's just very well done. And that's only the game lobbies. That's before you even get into the actual multiplayer experience. You level up in multiplayer with 50 different levels and unlock different things when you're leveling up, so you never really get bored with it at all. There's pretty much enough content to be a second game on the side, but it's just part of the same game, so it's perfect pretty much. This game is a 10 out of 10 for me. I've played it for countless hours now, can't get enough of it. One of the best games I've ever played pretty much. Currently I'd say it's the best 360 game out. Probably a tough thing to say, but I probably stand by that. It's really well done. Rockstar Games has a really good history of making great games that people want to come back to all the time. Really good storytelling, and they've done it again with this game, so high five to those guys. 10 out of 10. The only thing I can find that I didn't like with the game, very small thing, was just there's a few little bugs here and there, but given the scope of the game, those few little bugs can easily be overlooked, and you can always have a good time without having any predicaments at all. So high five, Rockstar Games, you've done a great job. Anyway, I'm Dave from AussieTechBros. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, check out other vids, and have a nice day.